right, everybody. Welcome back to You Better Call Tyrone. I'm using two phones. My main phone was saying my storage is full. I got to figure out what to do. They just want to keep on making you buy more data space, buy more data space, buy more data space. I'm going to have to make a phone call tomorrow to figure with AT&T technical support to try to figure out how to clear up space on my phone. And it's just always another gimmick for them to get more money. Anyway, welcome back to You Better Call Tyrone, 619-779-8332, 619-779-8332, which is the phone that I am taping on currently right now anyway. So I might just stay on this phone to do these videos and be done with it. But all right, we was going to be doing the Lions and the Chiefs, but I got everything set up for the Bills and the Falcons. And we got the Bills going that way, blue chip. He's on the 50. We got the Falcons red chip. Falcons going that way. It's going to be Falcons ball. Again, like I always say, if you got a gambling problem, please call GA. If you don't know how to call GA, give me a call at 619-779-8332, and I'll show you the way. If you're a child watching this video, don't watch this because this is not for children. It's for grown people, grown adults. Now, if you're watching it with your parent, that's on you and your parent. Anyway, we got the Bills and the Falcons. Falcons ball. Let's go. Falcons going to roll. They're going to try to roll 7 and get this game over with. 5 and 4 is 9. That's a negative play. Falcons got to flip their card over. It would have been a negative 10 yards either way it went. So they didn't make a bad decision. They just didn't have no luck. All right. And Falcons got to go back 10 yards. They'll be at the negative. They'll be at the opponent's 40-yard line. Negative 40. All right, Bills ball. Bills going to flip a card. 10 yards positive for the Bills. 10 yards positive for the Bills. Bills going to get their first position. They hit a wide receiver right there. The wide receiver's worth 1 point. They move up to their positive 40-yard line. Score is currently 1 point. Bills, Falcons 0. 1 point Bills, Falcons 0. If you go to my tutorials on my YouTube page, Ramiro Ferran on YouTube, you'll see what I'm talking about. And that way you can understand what's going on with the game. All right. I got all the tutorials there. All right. Next play is going to be for the, we got to get 2 cards out. Everybody got to have 2 cards. 1, 2. I give it the cards in the order of play. Card in the order of play. All right. Falcons ball, they're going to flip a card. Ace, that's 10 yards positive. Ace card is 10 yards positive. So the Falcons go back to their original spot on the 50-yard line. Blues going to elect to roll. Blues going to elect to roll. There was a bad roll, my bad. It hit something off field. Got to keep it on the field. 6. It was going to be a negative roll anyway. Bills got to go back to the 50. They got to flip the card. They'd have got another 2 points if they'd have played in the deck. That's why I tell people, try to play in the deck as much as you can. But a lot of times people like to roll the dice. And I'm playing for 2 people, so I get, I got to roll as many times as I can and pull as many times as I can. I got to balance it out to get the right prediction. All right, red ball. Red's going to flip the card. 10 yards red. 10 yards red. They'll get their first point by picking up their first receiver. A 10-yard pass to their first receiver. Their receiver is worth 1 point. So the score currently is 1-1. 1-1. 1 point Bills. 1 point Falcons. The Bills ball. Bills is going to elect to roll again. Bills is going to elect to roll again. They want 7 to end this. 6 and 3 is 9. Bills got to go back to their negative 40-yard line. But then they got to flip a card. It'd have been a negative play anyway. So it's okay. No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. Card. Red ball. Red's going to flip a card. Touchdown. Red. Touchdown. Falcons. Penix to whoever their receiver is. Penix hit a receiver in the back of the end zone. Penix to the receiver in the back of the end zone. Big Spade is 7 all day. 7 ends the game. 7 end zone, end game. Penix threw it on the rope to a receiver in the end zone. 7 all day. I got the Falcons upset the Bills. Falcons over the Bills in an upset. Total score for the Falcons, 8. Total scores for the Bills, 1. 8 and 1 is 9. Total score is 9. Total score is 9 points. 9 times 4 is 32. I'm sorry, 8 times 4 is 32. 9 times 4 is 36. So 36 is our minimum. And 60, we don't go over 60 for our maximum. So I got it predicted that it'll be 36 points scored in this game, with the Falcons winning in an upset. Falcons win in an upset over the Buffalo Bills. Look like Austin Penix is gonna have a big day, and Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs ain't gonna have a great day. All right, Falcons win in an upset. 36 minimum points total scored in this game. 60 points maximum. We don't go over 60, so you can do your over/under with the talking heads. I'm telling you, I predict these visors in this game predict 36 minimum points, 60 maximum. Falcons with the win over the Buffalo Bills. In my game, they won 8-1. Total points was 9. 9 times 4, we times it by 4. That gives us our minimum. 36 points minimum, 60 points maximum. Falcons with the win by upsetting the Bills. We'll be back with the Lions and the Chiefs.